morning, it's Sunday 28th of May 2017. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.ardhavaneng.com. Let's now look at the paper highlights from today's newspapers. The top highlight in Sunday Times says, Ministry admits it was not prepared for disaster. The Disaster Management Ministry exposed its unpreparedness to deal with the disaster situation, admitting it lacks stocks of basic items such as blankets, life jackets, umbrellas, torches or even boxes of matches to distribute in such situations. In response to this week's flood havoc that crippled the nation, the Ministry of Disaster Management was in shortage of basic humanitarian needs for an immediate response. A document prepared on Friday by the ministry to share with UN and other international donors seeking their assistance indicated that there are no stocks of drinking water, blankets, life jackets, mobile toilets, umbrellas, torches and box of matches. The document titled National Disaster Relief Services Center Request for Relief, dated Friday, detailed the current needs that were calculated based on demographic and historic data from previous disaster situations. Some 23 urgent humanitarian needs were included, with details of amounts needed, availability and the extent of the shortage. The highlight in the middle says, amid the floods, threats of waterborne diseases. In the aftermath of the flood havoc, the Health Ministry has directed medical officers of health to be vigilant about waterborne diseases and take preventive measures. Health Services Deputy Director General Harsha De Silva said that in the flood-affected districts, the people needed to be cautious about their health as skin diseases, dysentery and gastroenterological diseases could spread due to water contamination caused by the floods. Dr. De Silva said the major issue the health officers faced was that the flood levels had not receded and it was difficult to reach thousands of affected people. Another highlight says, President gives blank check for flood relief efforts. President Maithripala Sirisena yesterday directed district secretariats in flood-affected areas to ignore circulars and spend funds on relief measures to those affected. He told a conference at the Kalutara District Secretariat that his directive should apply to all affected districts. The meeting came just hours after Mr. Sirisena returned to Sri Lanka following a visit to Australia. Let's now look at the paper highlights in Sunday Observer. The top highlight says, Focus on flood victims, medical needs first. With rising water levels in several parts of the island, submerging entry-exit points to the highway, motorists are advised to use alternative routes. According to the chairman of the Road Development Authority, Nihal Suryaraji, entry-exit points at 31-kilometer post in Panadura, Dodangoda, Wallipenna, Biyagama, Kokmaduwa have been completely inundated. The water levels have reached the height of the highway only at Dodangoda, 32 upon 1 kilometer post. The highlight in the middle says, Met Department predicts more rain. Despite the rain receding, the Met Department states that more severe showers could be expected in the coming days, mostly on Monday and Tuesday. Explaining weather forecast for the next few days, at the Temple Trees meeting yesterday, Anusha Varnasurya, Deputy Director of the Meteorology Department, stated that severe weather could be expected tomorrow and the day after due to a depression culminating in the Bay of Bengal. Speaking to Sunday Observer, Director General of the Meteorology Department, S.R. Jayasekara said that although a reduction in rainfall is seen, it could be temporary and it is likely to enhance in the coming days, especially in the southwestern areas. There's another highlight which says, Hambantota Port Project. Minister says agreement needs to be fine-tuned. Ports and Shipping Minister Mahinda Samarsinghe said the Sri Lanka Ports Authority has come up with certain proposals on Hambantota Port which are not hard for the Chinese side to accept, adding the government was seeking certain safeguards so as to not jeopardize the national interest in any way. National interest is paramount and being a friendly country, I have no doubt that the Chinese side will also understand and appreciate that our interest too has to be safeguarded, the minister told the Sunday Observer yesterday. And now let's move to the paper highlights in Ceylon today. The top highlight says, Visa curbs on religious scholars. Egypt, Turkey put pressure on Lanka. Egypt, Turkey have mounted pressure on Sri Lanka to have a rethink on strict curbs on visas for religious scholars, assuring that they will monitor these individuals during their stay in the country, a topmost official with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said yesterday. Officials with the embassies of both countries had met up with the local authorities recently after Sri Lanka imposed strict curbs on visas for religious scholars in a bid to prevent extremist elements from abusing such a facility. The highlight in the middle says, Gnanasara Thera speaks to Ceylon today from hideout. My life is under threat. There's another highlight which says, Rice Mafia controls prices. No shortage, says ACFF. Last week, the government decided to import 3 lakhs metric tons of rice, saying there is a shortage in requirement until September. That's all for today's newspaper highlights, and we'll get back to you with more news tomorrow. Thank you.